Well, in Utah, immigration is a problem mainly because we're overwhelmed with the number of immigrants. We'll always have a certain amount of illegal immigration, but we've created policies that not only attract illegal immigration, but attract illegal immigration from people who have criminal intent. Utah has the reputation of being light on non-citizen detention, and it comes from the requirement from ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, to have an ICE facility. Since they don't have one here, they rely on counties to contract with the jails, and then they make the requirements so difficult that the jails don't meet those requirements, and so they're required by federal law to release non-citizens after 72 hours, which we do. And the word goes out that if you're a criminal and you go to Utah, you'll be released after 72 hours because we comply with federal law in that regard. And the way to fix that, I believe, is simply to say if our jails are good enough for our citizens, they're good enough for our non-citizens. You break the law in Utah, you'll sit in jail until you have the due process. If ICE doesn't like that for non-citizens, then it's their job to come and take them and deport them. We've seen detention of non-citizens decrease by over 67% in the last few years in Utah. I think it's largely due to the Biden administration's policies. Doesn't mean that a state couldn't nullify those requirements and should nullify those requirements. When it comes to immigration, people of goodwill tend to think this is an organic problem. It's not organic, it's being manufactured. It's being manufactured at the southern border, prompted and paid for by other world powers that are trying to undermine the United States. They want to overwhelm our communities. They want to overwhelm the United States. The fact that they're being successful at it doesn't mean that somehow that the states have to take that. Utah should send the National Guard to Texas to help with the border. And more than just 5 people, we should send several hundred people or even a couple of thousand National Guard. In the meantime, we have our own borders, the Utah borders, that we should be able to defend and protect. Right now you've got states like New York that are shipping non-citizens to Utah because they're overwhelmed with it, so we're shipping these people all over the place. A lot of them are ending up in Utah because Utah has policies that make it possible for them to come here, but we can't fall into the trap to think that, well, this is a problem that we're always going to have. It's really created by people who don't have our best interest in heart, and we have policies that make it much, much worse.